Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. So for this video, I'm going to explain about the tutorial with 6, okay, which are to construct truth table based on a given logic statement or scenario. So for maximum 3 inputs. Okay, before we proceed to the truth table, so I recap for the last tutorial. Okay, so this is a question from the last tutorial. Okay, so over this question, this is a logic statement. So we need to derive the Boolean expression first, and then we can do the truth table. Okay, so before we go to the truth table, so we need to derive this statement, logic statement, to the Boolean expression. Okay, so over here, Jimmy decided to throw 70 ringgit at BSN ATM machine. However, the machine sometimes does not have 10 ringgit. He will only throw the money if the machine is not out of service and has 50 ringgit and 10 ringgit. Okay, if you still remember what I teach you last week, okay, so usually if you find the words if, okay, so before the keyword if, before that, it will be your output. Okay, so this one will be your output. Okay, so now after the if, it will be your input. Okay, so now I use different colors. So this one is a machine. I didn't highlight the not because if you still remember, not and or you cannot do as your input. It will not be, or it cannot be your input. Okay, so draw the money will be your output. A machine out of service has 50 ringgit and 10 ringgit will be your input. Okay, so the next thing you can do is to find the keyword for the operator. So over here you have not, you have and you have and over here. So as you know, as you learned before this, you know that not, okay, the not, it will represent by the prime, or you can do bar. Okay, so I like to use prime, so this one I will just do the prime for the not, and for the end will be dot and dot. So basically in your Boolean expression, when you do that, you will have 2 dot and 1 prime. Okay, so now before we do the Boolean expression, over here you didn't have the legend. Okay, if you didn't have the legend, you need to create it first. Okay, so to create it first, as we do it last week, we need to start with the let. Okay, so you can use any letters that you like. Okay, so let. Okay, so over here I want to use the letter Y. Okay, so let Y. So this one, because output and input will be included in the legend. Okay, so let Y. So this one, because we are talking about Jimmy want to draw the money, so Jimmy draw money. Okay, so now next thing is let A. So I will use A over here. So A, let A. So this one, because we just copy and paste without copy the not or the and keywords. Okay, so machine out of service. Okay, and let B equal to, so who has 50 ringgit, Jimmy or machine? Machine, right? So you need to do machine has 50 ringgit, and let's see, also machine has 10 ringgit. Okay, so now this one you already done your legend. Okay, and remember in your explanation over here, make sure you don't have the keyword not and also You don't have the keyword and or keyword. Okay. So now we can, because we already have our legends, so now we can derive the Boolean expression. So because the output is draw the money, so draw the money represented by Y. So you will put Y in the front equal the input combined with the operator. Okay, so over here A, this one it says machine is not out of service. So A is machine out of service. So you need to combine A with the prime. Okay, to consider okay, so the prime, okay, and then and the dot, okay, has 50 ringgit. So B machine have 50 ringgit and C machine has 10 ringgit. So I prefer for you to put a bracket over here because this one is combined has 50 ringgit and 10 ringgit belong to to each other. So I prefer for you to put a bracket over here. Okay, so now this will be the final Boolean expression. Okay, so that's what we had learned last week. Okay, so now we take a look on how from the Boolean expression we want to do or to construct truth table. Okay, so from the Boolean expression given here, okay, so I think I want to use the right color. Okay, so this one I want to do the rows and I want to do the column. Okay, so for the rows, as you know, the rows is the 2 to the power of n, whereas n represent the number of input. Okay, over here you know that the input, so input is represented by different letter. So input is over here. Okay, so input will be A, B and C. Basically you have 3 input. So this one will equivalent to 2 to the power of 3, you get 8. So basically the number of rows for the output will be 8 rows. Okay, this one excluding the header. Okay, so next column. So column, the number of column, you need to do input plus operator. Okay. Okay, so this is the standard, but they're not always but then usually this one, the truth table, we follow this formula. But then if the operation is the same, so if you have dot B times C, so you don't have to do multiple times lah. Okay, so this one input plus operators. So over here, how many operators that you have over here? So you have, so let me highlight perhaps. I use the yellow one. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3. So the operator you have 3. Okay, let me use this one. Okay, so the operator you have 3 and the input you already know, yeah, you have A, B, C, right? The input A, B, C, 3. Okay, so the column will be 3 plus 3 equal to 6 columns. Okay, so now you will construct your table 6 column with the 8 rows. This one exclude header. Okay, so if exclude header, you will have 9 rows. Okay, so I guess this page we didn't have the enough space to do the truth table. Okay, so we can continue the next one. So I just copy paste again the y equal to a prime. So y equal to a prime dot b dot c. Okay, and then you have columns, you have Wait, I'm not remember the column. We have 6, and rows you have 6 columns, and rows you have 8 rows. Okay, this one exclude header. So if you include the header, it will be 9 rows. Okay, so now you can construct your truth table. So you need to construct with 6 columns with the 9 rows, including header, you will be 9 rows. Okay, so I think I will just use the table given, but then make sure you draw with your ruler. Okay, so 6 column, 6 column and 9 rows. So this one I add one more. Okay, so this will be your tables lah. Okay, but then this one I don't want to have this kind of image. I would like it be blank lah. Okay, or I can put over here. It's too dark. Okay, I think I just get the white one. Okay, so like this. Okay, so make sure you create with using your ruler. Okay, and then you need to create if it's including the header. Okay, so this one will be the header. Okay, this one will be the header. Okay, including the header, it will be 9 rows and 6 columns. Okay, so the first column, okay, so this one, as you remember what I do previous week. Okay, so because this one is 8 rows, okay, so you need to start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, and then the first column you need to do is the input. Okay, because you have 3 input over here, so these 3 belongs to the input, and the rest of this belong to the precedence, or what I can say over here is the combination of what is the step, or which one we do it first. Okay, so after this you know what I mean. So over here, because you have the input, so just write down the input over there. Okay, so usually we will start with the A. So this one will be A, this one will be B, and this one will be C. Okay, so now this one, as you remember last week, so C represent 2 power of 0, this one 2 power of 1, 2 power of 2. Or you can say that this one represent 1 and 2 and 4. So over here, you just need to think what is the added, what's the number that added to get 0. Okay, so 0, you don't have to add anything, so that's why it becomes 0, 0, 0. So number 1, you just need to add 1, so that's why this one will be 1, this one will be 0. Number 2, you just need to add 2, so this one will be 1 and the rest will be 0. Number 3, you need to add 2 and 1, so that's why this one will be 1, 1, this one will be 0. Number 4, you only need 4, okay, so the rest will be 0. Number 5, you need to add 4 and 1, so this one will be 0. Number 6, you need to add 4 and 2. Okay, this one will be 0. And number 7, you need to add all 4 plus 2 plus 1. So you get 7. So this will be the combination of your truth table for the input. Okay, so this will be the input combination. Okay, so now after that, after you complete the input, okay, so now you need to see from here, from the Boolean expression, okay. So from the Boolean expression given over here, you need to find which one that you need to do first. Okay, so as you learn in your lecture, okay, so first the greatest precedence, or what we need to do first is you need to do bracket, okay, prime, not, we not, and or. So if you have a bracket, you will do the bracket first. Okay, so over here because you have the bracket over here, so the first one you will do is b dot c. Okay, and the next thing, because you have not over here, so the next thing you will do is number 2, a prime. Okay, and the last one, you will combine these together. So this will be third step. Okay, so the first step is b dot c. Okay, so b dot c, you can put a bracket over here or not, it's up to you. Okay, and then the second step we do for the a prime, and the next step is you combine all together in one Boolean expression. So it will become a bar dot b dot c. Okay, or you can do this one equal to y. So this column, either you want to copy the whole things, or you can represent the last column as the output. So the last column will be the output. Okay, for the last column will be the output. Okay, so now we need to complete, because you already complete the column, so now you need to complete the value inside the table. Okay, because this was n, so b and c. Okay, so you need to do this one. So you need to look at the b and c. So let me change the color first. Okay, so this one, because b and c, so you need to refer to this column and this column. Okay, so b and c, so 0, 0, because this was n, so automatic you get 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so now we take a look at the next column. So this one is a prime. So you know that a prime will be opposite value for the a column. So you just need to refer this one, but then opposite. Opposite, yeah. Okay, opposite. So this one a 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So opposite of that, you will have 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, because they are opposite. Okay, and now for the output, okay, because you know that the output, you need to combine that together. Okay, so I will use the green one. So this one, you have this one, you already do. This one, you already have the output value, and now you will combine this by using the AND operator. Okay, so this one you will combine with the AND operator. So 0, 1, you get 0, 0, 1, you get 0, 0, 1, you get 0, 1, 1, you get 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 1, 0, you get 0. Okay, now if you've done this part, or when you complete the output for the final output, which is y, or a prime dot b bracket b dot c, close bracket, so now this will be your complete truth table. Okay, so that will be your complete truth table. So you need to follow the formula given over here. Okay, and then you need to create the column according to the formula, because each of the column you have the mark. Sometimes they give you half marks, and this one maybe it's give you 1 marks, 1 marks, and 1 marks. Okay, or it can give you like maybe the 3 of this, it will give you 1 marks. Okay, so maybe if you get 2 more wrongs, or it's depend on the scheme answer. Okay, so but then each of the column you have the marks. Okay, so make sure you don't skip the column. Make sure you do it by the formula given lah, using the formula given. So I think that's all. Okay, so for this one, you know how to do the the truth table. Okay, so next one you need to we will see on the next video how to do the truth table based on the logic circuit. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.